Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining and welcome back to Wall Street Silver. Our guest today is my good friend, Yvonne Blaszczyk, President and CEO of BMG Group. Welcome back, Yvonne.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, it's such a
Good to
huge
be
ple
here.
yeah, it's such a huge pleasure having you come down to Wall Street Silver. Last time you were here, it was incredible because you were talking about higher gold prices that were coming. And look at now, there's so much excitement in the gold and precious metals market and silver as well. Let's start off with gold. Where do you see gold going now to the end of 2024?
I do believe that gold is going to be very, very close to $3,000 an ounce, perhaps even a bit more. It all depends on some other developments that are occurring right now. I spoke about gold many times. Gold is money, has been money for 5,000 years, and became the very valuable, not only commodity, but a very significant part of the economy
Right.
and survivability of economic of states and preserving wealth and being a part of trade. It was always played a huge role, and it's right now the role is emerging. Um, we know that today gold is actually $2,662. So
Wow.
we're getting there. Uh, Gold will always fluctuate, and I think people do not understand gold. They do. Um, they don't understand that the gold goes up and down, but
Yeah.
the trajectory is upwards.
Yeah.
So
For the
so
last 10 years or so, or whatever it is.
exactly. So at the end of the day, you have to look at the not daily fluctuations, but kind of a long-term, monthly, annual. Usually the annual is the best predictor.
Hmm.
Uh, One of the things that right now is extremely important for people to understand is that the geopolitical and economic global stability is in question.
Yeah.
Therefore, gold is going to play more significant role than ever before. The wars, the conflicts, the interest rate and the debt and national debts. So outside all those factors, gold is not only a challenge for a lot of countries that departed from having the gold as a major player in their economy, but also is a huge opportunity beyond the safe haven. Central banks buying like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah, that's true.
For some of them, there may not be. The expansion of BRICS is so significant in every aspect, from economic, political, trade,
Yeah.
international finance, and it's not really recognized yet. Its importance by everyone. Although Canada and US are the most one of the countries that where we live in, we're close to, have no longer used gold as our currency. There is 30% of the world countries use gold.
Seriously, 30%?
30% use the gold as to back up their local currency. Also,
Really?
small countries, emerging countries, countries that we don't even think about. They still do use, of course, US dollar, but they trade, they believe in gold, they live in
Wow.
gold. And I was really surprised with that because I know that right now, currently, the BRICS countries.
Are you seeking a secure, truly offshore solution to protect your wealth? Whether you're invested in gold, silver, or other precious metals, strategic wealth preservation is the strategic storage choice. Located in the Cayman Islands, SWP offers a state-of-the-art 6,000 square foot facility, purpose-built to safeguard your assets with unparalleled security and privacy. Why choose the Cayman Islands? This premier jurisdiction has zero taxes on stored precious metals, no reporting requirements, and complete peace of mind, making it the ideal solution for investors looking to diversify internationally. At SWP, your metals are fully segregated, allocated, and insured. You can buy online or in person. Plus, SWP has a dedicated logistics team that facilitates the global transportation of your precious metals from almost anywhere in the world. Learn more about SWP and how they can help secure your precious metals offshore. Visit swpcayman.com or call them today, and the link will be in the description below. Thanks.
and a lot of the fast-growing developing countries like Brazil, India, Russia, those people that started China, South Africa, they have been speaking and planning to develop currency, global currency, challenging US dollar as a reserve currency backed by gold. However, it's already happening. The interesting part is, as you know, the summit of BRICS in Kazakhstan is coming up in a few days.
Oh, really?
Everybody's awaiting the announcement that there'll be a global currency backed by gold.
Oh,
Well,
really?
I'm not too sure that will happen. They were suspecting it to happen last time. They are doing it, but will they officially announce it? I doubt it. It's kind of part of the strategy. You have all your pawns, all your members to do that on a local level, at the
Right.
local level, and then you can have a announcement. Right now, we know for sure that some of the BRICS countries that actually overtook the G7 countries in terms of development.
Really?
The GDP for example, for a US, Canada, UK, Germany, France, Italy, Japan, Germany, fell behind the fast-growing developing countries that they are members of BRICS.
Wow, that's
So
very interesting.
it's actually fascinating, and the expansion is amazing. Right now, the BRICS represents about 45% of all world's population and 47% of global crude oil producers.
See, a lot of people online say, "Oh, will BRICS be successful?" But if they have 45% of the global population in their countries, that's a massive success right there.
It's huge market. It's a huge alternative. Right now, China is too large to continue to rely on exports. So China's growth is going to slow down. So they are going to look for alternative as well. And the alternative are going to be within that new alliance.
Right.
So that
Within the
alliance,
BRICS.
absolutely, absolutely. The other thing, as you probably heard, the new search of AI
Oh
and
yeah.
energy need for it. So there's a almost rebirth of the nuclear energy, the nuclear plants, portable nuclear plants for AI, the humongous amount of energy that it requires. And think about this. I was thinking about that most of the BRICS countries have a huge supply of uranium.
Yeah, huge supply of uranium.
So that also will create a kind of a driving force of attracting more and more members. The
Hmm.
other thing is what is happening in Middle East. The Middle East presents a serious challenge to, especially with U.S. participation, to some of the countries in the neighborhood, like Egypt, for example.
Right.
Um, uh, they are concerned, and they are also applying to be members of BRICS.
Really? Egypt.
So yes, absolutely. So now you have a uh, um, uh, United Arab Emirates, Egypt. They are very much under the pressure because of what's happening with Israel and Iran,
Hmm.
and also Egypt and Ethiopia having some conflicts there that are not resolved yet.
Wow.
So that's what's happening. But right now there are over 30 countries that formally applied for the membership of BRICS,
Wow. That's yeah,
and
that's massive.
it's from Asia Pacific in particular. Even a member of NATO like Turkey would like to be a part of BRICS.
Do you think
Oil producers like Algeria, um, Indonesia, like you name them. So I think I maybe on your program I mentioned that we seem to be surrounded. When you look at our geographic location, North America and Europe, we are surrounded by all those countries. They're creating a economic, political, and alliance,
Yeah.
and of course present huge challenge to our Western system. Which again, the saving grace is gold. Gold is the answer because they have discovered that gold not only creates for them a forum for trading, for having a currency that is stable, that has a store value, and it's also resilient to all different turmoils and
Mm.
conflicts. Um,
Do you think, Yvonne, this is incredible information you're sharing with us. Do you think the US and all of our Western countries will allow something like the BRICS to go through, or will they not have a choice?
we don't have a choice. Sometimes countries like ours, like Western, have to have to look at the opportunities. What kind of opportunity this alliance that is seemingly a hostile to
Towards us?
our current system,
Right.
or in opposition, maybe that's more appropriate,
Yeah.
to our system, or providing alternative, and is luring others into that consortium. What kind of opportunity that presents for us? What can we do in terms of to mitigate it and be a part of that opportunity?
Right.
And I don't mean by joining them. I mean the opportunity of creating viable competition. One of the things I think that is very, very important when you look at the increase, well, $33 trillion US debt.
Wow.
Then you look at all the other issues that debt is linked to. Um, uh, Biggest debt I think that right now is of concern is not only US but also Italy and Britain. So that means that the governments have to provide credible spending plans.
Wow.
They have to look at what they do with their taxes. You see, increasing taxes pays for the debt, but also increases taxes destroys a economy for average person, affects their survival,
Yeah,
the high
cost of living.
prices, the
Yeah.
high taxes, the cost of living, which creates a social unrest and creates a huge wave of political conflicts within the country. The higher growth is required. So how do you acquire the growth? Um, uh, Historically, in many, there's a lot of evidence that lowering taxes or not having taxes stimulates economy. People have more money to spend. Corporations can create more jobs.
So why don't they
Everybody
do that?
profits.
If it's going to stimulate the economy, why don't they do that? They can't. They want to keep the cycle of paying back the debt that they keep printing and
Well, you see, with the debt, governments can uh, pay for social services. The population is aging, all those kind of things. However, once you are into that debt, it's impossible to get out of it.
right, right.
If they eliminate taxes, how they're going to pay the 33 trillion
Yeah, there's no way.
dollars, for example? There's no way. So what you do, you lower taxes, you stimulate the economy, you create the growth. The proposal to, for example, have a very low corporate tax, eliminate the carbon tax.
Yeah.
Uh, that those kind of solutions would create the growth and stimulate economy. Also, they will create a less need for a social assistant to local population.
Yeah. No, you absolutely nailed it, Yvonne. It's that's fantastic.
It's very interesting right now. For example, the cost of climate change
Hmm.
itself is huge. Health and pension spending is very large. Uh, but I think the most important, I think, is the how do you manage it right now? Okay, so we already have a debt right now. Let's say in US
Right.
or Canada also has a quite a significant debt. So how do we deal with it? By lowering interest rates and by cutting taxes, what you do, you actually free the resources that are required for growth.
Well,
Speaking of,
that would be fantastic if they did lower taxes and lower
well,
interest rates.
was it they do, but also the interpretation of lowering taxes is different. People associate them with different political fractions, and they think is kind of a temporary a honey for individuals to kind of sweeten their mood and have a better sentiment. But at the end of the day, population, people want two things, I think, in life. People would like to have a rewarding life, would like to have a family that you can provide for,
Yeah.
house. They would like to have a stable jobs. This is kind of a majority of individuals. People will go for that. People are looking for that solution. In US, people are looking for a return of the American dream. But American dream commenced without taxes.
Yeah. Yeah, you're
So
right.
people ran away from Europe from all the kings where they had to pay taxes.
Yeah.
But I think at the end of the day, I want to go back to gold.
Yes.
The central necessity of gold to exist in the economic system and in the financial system is paramount.
Yeah.
The gold itself, see, printing money without any accountability, just to pay the debt, just to supply sponsor different programs is a interesting way and sometimes necessary by governments to have to their disposal. But when you look at the sustainability of that kind of system, then you start wondering when the bubble is going to burst. So gold is and it always existed as the most stable part of the financial system. Now, on the individual basis, people don't even know how to buy gold. They don't know how to get to gold.
No.
I know from our customers, people don't realize that they can buy gold from us. I saw
Where,
a
how do they buy it from you guys? Do they just go to your
very simple,
website?
a phone call.
Oh, okay. There
A
we go.
phone call. They have to call us, go on our website, call, and they can buy gold from us.
Just the BMG group.
Just a BMG group. All they have to do, call, I have, $20,000, or I have $100,000, I have 10 million. I would like to buy. How much gold can I get?
Right, right.
We give them the quote at the spot price. We do not have premiums. We actually have only a little management fee or a processing fee on the top of the spot price they will receive from our suppliers, like from
Oh, wow. So
another
so you
supplier.
guys don't charge premiums on top of the spot.
No, so but
Wow.
the spot already has the supplier's cost in it, which is
Right.
pretty much a spot, very similar. And what we do, we basically have a very small a processing fee.
Wow. That's
But people
fantastic.
don't know about that. So what happens? I was reading somewhere. Somebody said, "Oh my God, Costco is selling gold. So where else can we buy gold?" People don't know, because when you go to, let's say, some outfits, they sell coins and they have huge premiums. You go to the post office and you're just about to pass out when you look at the price of coins.
Yeah, they sell a silver
Oh,
coin. They sell a silver coin for like 100, $200.
exactly. And 1 ounce of silver right now is $31
Yeah.
US.
Yeah.
Of course, we provide our services. We require people to understand the US price of gold.
Right.
So let's say if you want to buy gold from us, what you have to do, let's say if you know the price approximately, then we have a trust account at the bank, at
Right.
RBC, and you have to just deposit your money there. The minute the money land, we reconfirm if it's same day that the price did not change, and you have a gold in a couple of days. You can take it, you can keep it at bricks in our vaults, all LBMA, all 100% certified, and people don't know about that.
Yeah,
Most
it's
people have no
it,
idea.
I'm gonna put all your descriptions in the link below, Yvonne, so that way people can, it's just easier for them to just click your guys' site and go straight there and give you guys a shout.
Exactly. And if you don't have the money for physical gold, or you don't want to, you can buy our mutual funds. Our mutual
Oh,
funds have 100% gold. Like, we have three funds, but one of them is gold one. Has 100% gold and is $9 would change a unit.
wow. Okay,
The incredible way to be exposed to gold. Then we have also silver fund for those that know that the silver is just a lady in waiting, and it's excellent to because there's a huge a demand for silver. The
Yeah.
Silver Institute, I think last year, published their findings. That is the largest demand, industrial demand ever.
Yeah, even
Uh,
2025, they said there's going to be deficits and
well, there's already, I think, deficit. Look in I think in the 70s, silver was about $50 an ounce. Right now is what, 31, 31.65, $32. Uh,
right.
but the demand for the electrical, outstanding thermal conductor efficiency for electric vehicles, they use twice as much silver than any other vehicle.
Wow.
The mobile phones with the G5, solar panels, it all require silver.
Yeah.
So that industrial application is going to drive the prices at some point soon. There were also predictions, but right now the eyes are on gold because gold is money. And the gold is money, and there's this huge consortium or organization of many, many countries under BRICS that is saying we are going to use gold as money officially. We are going to compete with you. You are printing paper money.
Yeah.
We are going to have gold, and the gold is going to dominate the financial systems. And we surrounded you as in North America and Europe. We actually have so much more growth in our midst because we have developing economies. We can trade with each other. The other thing very interesting is with China
Right.
really having a slower growth and may even fall below 4% next year. China would be very sensitive to tariffs.
Right. That's
Actually,
why they didn't like when all the tariffs came through.
exactly. And when they will hear of the tariffs that are being proposed by some political parties, they are going to come to the table.
Yeah.
And what they're going to do? They have two choices. They can have tariffs, or they can bring manufacturing to, for example, to North America, create
Wow.
jobs.
Wow.
So, but will that happen? God knows. The only thing is there are also opportunities that one can explore and to the betterment of our financial system, of the personal, I think, security, that you are protected, that you're wealth. I
Yeah.
think I mentioned to many people, generally speaking, when you think about wealth preservation, everyone thinks of the ultra
Gold.
wealthy individuals.
Oh,
The,
yes.
this is a erroneous. Wealth preservation is for everyone.
Yeah, that's
Some
right.
person wants to preserve just have a one car and one dog. Another person wants to preserve a mansion and a yacht. But they're all wealth preservation, but they all require the same thing. You have to have investment, you have to have a security and protection of gold.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you absolutely nailed it, Yvonne. It's crazy how what's happening in the markets right now and everything in the world economy. Like it's really getting scary. So having you on, coming down to explain to everyone in Wall Street Silver, it's such a huge, huge pleasure. I am going to put your links in the description below so that everyone can connect with you guys and BMG Group. And again, thank you so much for coming down to
Well,
Wall
thank you
Street
very
Silver.
much.
Yeah, I'd love to have you back on in the future.
Anytime.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Talk to you soon.